Hello, fellow rail fans. Canadian Railfan 1923 here, and here are all the trains that I captured throughout a couple of days. It's not too much, but some trains that I captured are very interesting. So let's get to them, shall we? So the first train I caught is Via 97, known as the Amtrak Maple Leaf, going from Union Station, Toronto, to Penn Station in New York City. When it crosses the border, the ID will change to Amtrak 64. It was led by Amtrak P42DC 100, which is actually one of Amtrak's 50th anniversary unit. And this Amtrak Maple Leaf has a total of 5 passenger cars. I unfortunately didn't get to record it departing because of my busy day, so yeah. The next train I caught is GO 1717, going from Union Station, Toronto, to West Harbour GO in Hamilton. It was led by refurbished old cab car 249, the only cab car with a train horn of my favorite, the K5LA, which is indeed the crew member gave me a horn salute. And the unit pushing it is MP40PH-3C 639. And GO 1717 has a total of 12 passenger cars. The next train I caught is Via 82, going from London Station in London to Union Station in Toronto. It was led by P42DC 914, which is the engineer gave me a nice K5CA horn salute. And Via 82 has a total of 4 passenger cars. The next train I caught is GO 1007, going from Union Station, Toronto, to Aldershot GO Station. It was led by Cab Car 314, and the unit pushing it is MP40PH-3C 631, and GO 1007 has a total of 12 passenger cars. The next train I caught is CN A422, going from Port Robertson Yard in Port Robertson to McMillan Yard in Toronto. It was led by SD75I 5786, and trailing second is SD70M-2 8952, which is actually the Grand Trunk Western Heritage Unit. This is actually my second time seeing 8952. The last time I saw him was on May 4th, 2024, when he was leading CN A425 at the same location. Anyways, trailing third is ES44DC GVO 2312, and A422 has a total of 166 freight cars, 77 intermodals, and 89 manifests. The next train I caught is another VN97, aka the Amtrak Maple Leaf. It has a different unit leading it this time. It was led by Amtrak P42DC 113, and this Amtrak Maple Leaf has a total of 5 passenger cars. Same amount as always. Just after Via 97 departed, GO 1007 now turns into GO 1012 from Aldershot GO Station to Union Station, Toronto. The next train I caught is Via 70, going from Windsor Station in Windsor to Union Station in Toronto. It was led by F40PH-2D 6451, and Via 70 has a total of 6 passenger cars. The next train I caught is CN M394, going from Kirkyard in Gary, Indiana to McMillan Yard in Toronto, Ontario. However, it came to a stop to wait for CN L570 to depart. It was led by ES44AC GVO 2922. And for our middle DPU is KCS ET44AC GVO 5014. And M394 has a total of 167 freight cars, including a long flat car with a dimensional load on it near the front of the train. The next train I caught is CN Z148, going from Markham Yard in Homewood, Illinois, to Brampton Intermodal in Brampton, Ontario. Don't forget, it takes the autoracks to McMillan Yard. It was led by X Series X ES44AC GVO 2754, and trailing second is ET44AC GVO 3283, and Z148 has a total of 98 freight cars, 52 intermodals, and 46 autoracks. The next train I caught is CN M397, going from McMillan Yard in Toronto, Ontario, to Kirk Yard in Gary, Indiana. It was led by SD70M-2 8016, and trailing second is SD75I 5627, and M397 has a total of 110 freight cars. After M397 passed, CN M394 resumes its journey to McMillan Yard. The next train I caught is GO 1707, going from Union Station, Toronto, to West Harbour GO in Hamilton. It was led by another refurbished old cab car, and that being 214. Fun fact though, unlike 249, 214 is equipped with a standard K5CA, which is honestly a no big deal for me. Anyways, the unit pushing it is MP40PH-3C633, and GO 1707 has a total of 12 passenger cars. Once again, I unfortunately didn't get to record the train departing because of my busy day, so yeah. The next train I caught is Via 83, going from Union Station, Toronto, to London Station in London. It was led by P42DC 900, the class leader of the P42DCs, and Via 83 has a total of 4 passenger cars. The next and final train I caught is CN A422, going from Sarnia Yard in Sarnia to Macmillan Yard in Toronto. It was led by ICC44-9W 2723, and trailing second is C44-9W 2687, and trailing third is ET44AC GVO 3224, one of the 100-year anniversary units. And trailing fourth is GP38-2 7501, and A424 has a total of 40 freight cars. Well, fellow rail fans, that is all the trains I captured for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you did, you know what to do. Please be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss out. And that will be it for sure. Peace out and be safe. Take care and y'all have a great night. Cheerio.